Like that. It's not like, you go to, you're going to your accounting firm and someone's like, 5, 4, 7, 8 while you're trying to add numbers, That this is the only job where you're really, you work your whole life to get on stage and people are like, you suck, you, is it okay what he said? Do I agree with what he said? I totally don't agree with the thing he said. Would I ever act like, do I condone his behavior? Absolutely not.
You say every topic is fair game, and you seem to be able to kind of take almost every topic and make it funny.
It's about, you know what it is? It's about having a point of view. If you don't have a point of view, you have no right to discuss the topic.
Well, the LGBT community has been going through this, this huge kind of conversation around the trans issue, and I feel as if every time I hear someone talking about the trans issue, then it's a very serious conversation. We don't poke fun at it in the way that we poke fun at being lesbian or being...
Oh, I've poked fun. I remember my web mistress is a trans. I think she's a pre-op trans. I always say he, she, I don't know what it is. Anyway, but apparently she was in my audience, and I was like, what's your story? And she's like, well, I'm going through. I said, well, which way are you going? Like, I don't hide anything. I always say what I'm thinking. But
that's it. I think that there's a lot of resentment building among the lesbian community, among the non-trans lesbian community, about feeling like, I think it's one of the things, that happens within minority groups when there's sort of a struggle for media attention and only one gets it. So there's a little bit of competitiveness. But I also do think a lot of lesbians resent the idea that we automatically understand trans issues more than, say, an average straight person would. I think most lesbians believe that trans folks should have political rights, civil rights. That's not the issue. It's that our entertainment would be the same. It's like saying that Shamian and I, because she's a minority and pretend she was straight, because she's black and straight and I'm gay and white, that we're going to want to watch the same movies because we're both oppressed.
Who's to say that just because you're gay, you like the same kind of thing? I mean, I have so many friends that are completely like, we're all lumped together.
Yeah, and I think that's
like
here's the bottom line.
too.
I think the problem is that a lot of lesbians feel like gender and sexuality are two different things, and most lesbians I know don't have an issue with their gender. And they obviously sympathize with folks who do, but they don't necessarily relate to that just because they're a lesbian. And it's that assumption by the mainstream media and by some of the gay community that I think a lot of lesbians resent.
Right. It's like pigeonholing everyone into, okay, so you have this issue, I'm going to put you with this group of people.
So, Judy, how do we fix this?
Yeah.
I don't need that face, all right?
Where's your pool? Where do you fish from, so to speak?
My pool?
Yes.
I wish I had a fucking pool, all right? Get me a girl. Don't you think
You need a nice
so
Christian girl.
No, I want a Jew.
Really?
You need a nice Jewish
just to make
girl.
the family probably more,
It's just easier.
Have you had better luck dating Jewish girls?
I hardly ever go on dates.
Okay. Have you tried any online dating?
I really feel bad about asking people for pictures, but I kind of want to see what I feel. I want to be in an even playing field.
Chemistry is important. You need to be attracted to somebody.
They all know what I look like.
Yeah. So
and I don't know what they look like. So I like to kind of know what they look like. And for me, I swear to God, it is all about the personality. I really have never, but I'd like to know what people look like.
So what does online dating look like? Do you
Oh God, I've just started for a week.
Pictures lie. There's a T-shirt out now that I saw the other day. It said, "You looked better on MySpace." I mean, when you how do you, even if you're looking at
I think any picture all about.
What are you drawn to?
I'm really
drawn
to smarts and sense of humor. And
no, but physically, if you have a picture in front of you.
Well, physically,
physically, when the picture says 1982 on the bottom. My girlfriends come in all.
So the picture
doesn't
matter.
Picture
doesn't matter.
What you just said.
I like to say what they look like.
It doesn't matter.
I need a reference point.
So you need.
Shut the hell up.
But you just said though.
What does matter?
I want to
She
know what
just
they
wants to know that she's talking to a person, though, not a wall or a screen. It's like you just want to know that.
I just like to know. Is that horrible?
No. You got to be okay with kids. You got to be mature in mind, if not physically.
Well, just funny. Funny.
And funny.
Somebody's going to give it right back to me. Have your own. You have to have friends in your own life.
Your own life.
Motivated.
Racially motivated?
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying, would you date a black girl? Would you date an Asian girl?
Yeah.
She already said she hates blacks and Asians.
As long
Well,
as
I
they're
hate
Jewish.
blacks and Asian, but if I fall in love with them, totally.
Okay, great.
We'll get them to
So,
convert.
Yeah. And where are they sending this information?
They're going to post it on the message.
Oh my God!
Judy's having a heart attack.
Fine.
And send in a picture, she says.
Yeah,
I just so you know.
It's okay. Own up to your, like, you know.
okay, kids.
But it's really through the
overcomplicating
writing.
this.
I think I would fall in love. I could fall in love with someone through their, you know.
So
email.
post away. I think that's all the time we have today for She Said.
What?